I think in my tenure we've done well against the so-called lesser teams in the group, and it's very important that you get the points off these teams. It's very important we get the points off Belarus. They'll come here, they'll be organised, they'll be difficult to break down, and until you break them down, it's a long night.
It's one of the key messages then, not only to your players but maybe to those in the stands, about being patient then, given that they could make it difficult.
No, they'll make it difficult, but it's up to us to make sure that we approach the game properly, which we will. It's up to us to make sure that we create enough chances in the game to get the crowd excited, which we hopefully will. And then from there, it's not about patience from the crowd. It's the crowd need to back the players. The players need to give the crowd something to shout about, and that's what we'll try and achieve.
This is going to be a landmark game for you as well. Nobody else will have taken charge of more Scotland games. Do you look at that? Are you proud of that milestone, or is it very much focused on the game?
Well, I think I'd be a bit daft if I wasn't proud, because obviously I'm the first guy to reach that amount of games, so that's nice. It's nice for me, but that's a little personal thing at the moment. It shouldn't be about me, it's about the team, and it's about trying to get to the World Cup, so that's what we're going to focus on.
Steve, when you started out as Scotland manager, what were your expectations?
Be successful. Good group of players. I knew I was coming in. The brief was qualify for tournaments. We've managed to do that twice, but we want to do it again because we're all greedy. So that was, expectation was to do as well as I could. I always looked at the players and you're thinking, what can we do to improve? Did I think I'd last this long? Probably not, but here I am.
You are still here, yeah. Have you noticed in that time, though, and maybe part of it is down to the loyalty you've had with the players, that it has become more a team environment rather than a national team environment, more like a club?
Yeah, I think there's obviously a balancing act there. Obviously, I've been fortunate and I've managed to put together, or they've put together themselves, I'm not sure which way around it was, but we've put together a really strong nucleus in the squad that we've managed to build on, and there's been an evolution round about the sort of main core, and that's what creates the environment, because when they come together they know each other. Obviously good results help. The more good results you have every time you get together, you feel good about the guy sitting next to you because you know you can trust him. For me as a head coach, I've got a lot of players that you know over the years that I've always trusted, and by and large, I've never let me down, which is great, and hopefully I've never let them down. And that's how you build that sort of trust, and like you say, team spirit or club spirit. It's that familiarity. But the familiarity doesn't come if you're not successful, because I'd have been at the door and somebody else would have been in, and maybe they would go a different way. So it all sort of adds up to where we're sitting just now.
I know that you're a very experienced manager, but who do you go to for guidance? Who do you speak to try, if you need to ask a question about whether it be management or how to handle a player?
I've got one of the mirrors on the wall that you go and stand in front of. You say, right, you idiot, what are you doing next? That's it. I don't really. I've always gone along the lines of I'd rather make my own mistakes. I'd rather make my own decisions. If it's the wrong decision, I can live with that, as long as I know I took it in the right way. If it was a good decision, then I can give myself a pat in the back, and I'm not going to somebody else and saying thanks for helping me out. So, by and large, I trust myself.
You're 3 wins away, Steve, from creating a little bit of history in terms of taking Scotland back to a World Cup again. And I know you want to say it's one game at a time, but tomorrow's a huge step, though, is it not? Regardless of what happens out in Denmark. Yeah,
tomorrow's another step, and it's the closer you get to the end of the qualifying campaign. If you're making positive steps and you're moving forward and you're picking up the points that you need to pick up, then it just makes the next game bigger and the next game bigger. So hopefully on Sunday night we're sitting smiling and thinking roll on November, because we'll have 2 fantastic games to look forward to.
Steve, given the resilience the team showed in Copenhagen and again the other night, how much do you just sense there's a real inner belief, a kind of inner steel within this group that they just want to get this job done and get to the World Cup?
Yeah, it's there. You can see it in the performances. You can see the players are determined to do everything they can to make sure that we get to the finals. But talking about doing it and actually doing it on the pitch is two completely different things. So far we've managed to do what we wanted to do, and we still have 3 more steps to make, and hopefully a big one tomorrow.
Why does getting to a World Cup mean so much to you? It feels even like a few years ago you were always talking about you want to be the guy to get Scotland back to a World Cup. Why is
I
that
wanted
so
to go as a
important?
player. I didn't manage to achieve it. I got pretty close in 1990 when I was in the pre-World Cup squad. That hurt. Still hurts a little bit now that I haven't been to a World Cup with my country. So I've got a chance to do it now. We're a fantastic group of players that want to be the first ones since 1998 to take their country to the World Cup. So hopefully it marries up together and we can manage to achieve that.